if you see the no salt over here, if people are on a sodium reduced diet, that's a potassium salt instead of sodium, and actually a portion of all potassium in nature is radioactive. So if you take your meter and check, there's your background level, what it is all the time, and you check this no salt, there's actually a significant amount of radioactive potassium in this no salt. Another product that people camp, and they've used lanterns, the Coleman lantern mantles are actually doped with thorium. This is a very highly radioactive product. It's not very dangerous, just when you burn them off for the first time, that's when you can get something from it. Another thing that a lot of people collect at these swap meets and off the internet and yard sales is this Fiesta ware. The orange in particular was made with uranium oxide, and I'm actually going to peg my meter from a foot away with this. Even though it sounds like it's going crazy and could harm you, this is a beta radiation. That's beta. It's really not that bad. You're not going to get skin burns from this. The actual danger from this is if you eat from it and you scrape it, you might get lead, or you might get some of the uranium off of the glaze. But as long as you don't destroy the product, you see I'm rubbing my hand all over this, it doesn't rub off. And that's one of the common misconceptions about radiation, is because something is radioactive, it makes other things radioactive, and that's just not true. These are just rays and particles coming off of it, but when you get away from it, they're gone. It doesn't get on things and stick to them. Another thing that we have is your americium is an alpha emitter, and that's in a smoke detector. Everybody's got a smoke detector in their house, they should. And this is almost a pure alpha emitter. But what's interesting about this is you have to get really super close before you get any detection from that. This is the button that's inside the detector. How do you protect yourself from that? Here's one tiny thin piece of paper. Nothing. So, time, distance, and shielding is what we talk about, how to protect yourself from radiation. Distance, I get 2 inches away from it, there's nothing. Shielding, I put a teeny piece of paper, there's nothing. If I don't spend any time around it, I don't get any exposure. Oddly enough, one of the ways to protect yourself from beta is Lexan, this plastic. So, let's put this back on beta. You can hear this going crazy. When I put plastic over it, it shields it. So that was something scientists actually found out. You shield yourself from gamma with lead. But if you put lead over top of a high energy beta, it will actually cause a product called brimstone, which is X-ray emission. So you can actually make it emit X-rays by trying to shield it. So they found out with this simple Lexan plastic product that you can almost shield beta entirely.